Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures.
Over the last 7 years, we have consistently released weekly episodes focusing on
obstacle course racing, running, and other adventures.
You'll hear interviews, event recaps, conversations about our sport,
quick news updates about happenings in our community.
And now, here are your hosts,
Standing on the corner,
Michael Stefano and Caitlin Ritter.
Hey guys, it's Michael Stefano.
And Jason Dupree.
No. Yeah, quick shout out to Jason Dupree and friend Kiarando, who did last episode. In case you missed that one, go back and listen. It was very fun to listen to. We didn't give them too much direction, and they did great because they recorded it earlier than we expected, so we didn't get quick news or anything ready. So they did wonderful. Thank you. But Caitlin, how was your weekend?
It was good. Well, it started out bad. I was sick like Friday night to Saturday, and I slept pretty much from the time I got home from work until we drove to Connecticut.
Yes.
But then I pulled it together, and you and I did Deka at Underdog Fitness, and that was so much fun.
Deka what?
Deka Mile.
Deka Mile, that's right.
Did you guys know for Deka Mile, you run a 1/10 of a mile in between each station and not a full mile?
Caitlin didn't know. I told her when we were in line for ice cream. And I'm like, no, Caitlin, it's a mile of running. And she's like, a mile between each station? I can't do 10 miles. And so, yeah, it goes to show how blind she was going into this. She did as much research as she did a good job of shutting the door so the cats wouldn't come in.
But you know what I've been doing today?
What?
Researching how to train for Deka.
Oh, yeah?
I'm all in. I'm going back there June 15th.
Oh, hell yeah.
Or whatever the date is.
And most likely doing the Deka Strong in a couple weeks, too.
Yeah, we already divvied up the things.
Yeah, well, we have to run it past Bubbles, too, because he's like, all right, send it to me and I'll fix it. I'm like, okay, I believe in you. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, are we going with a strategy?
Yes, Caitlin, yes.
Oh, I thought we were just going to have fun.
Yeah, with a strategy.
Okay, so we'll send Bubbles the strategy.
Absolutely. But yeah, I very much enjoyed it too. No one interviewed me though, so I guess you won't hear too many of my thoughts on it. Let's give a shout out.
Let's start with your name and where you're from.
No, we don't have time for that now. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
Shout out Mudgear. Use code ADVENTURE for 15% off your next Mudgear purchase. And Caterpie, use code OCRReport20 for 20% off your next Caterpie purchase.
Perfect. It's not the first episode of the month, but since we missed the first episode of the month due to it being hosted by someone else, we are going to list our $3+ Patreon supporters here and now.
Jason Dupree, Samantha Thompson, Matt Putton, Dave Claxton, Bradley Keeler, Charlotte Engelman, Aaron Grindstaff, Laura and Stephen Ritter, Hank and Arlene Stefano, Kenny West, Cheryl Goodwin, Jessica Johnson, Anna Wesner, Nick Riker, Christopher Hoover, Kevin Gregory Jr., a.k.a. Bubbles, Evan Irick, Ashley Reese, Brent George, Justin Manning, Logan Nagel, Angela Bowers, Asa Connington, Thomas Peterson, and Seth Rinderknecht.
And just a reminder, the reason why she keeps forgetting Justin Manning is because it shows up as Metal Addict, and we only do this once a month, so she always gets thrown off by that.
Also, I find that when we record on Mondays, my brain is just, not good.
I hate recording on Mondays. I hate doing this on Monday because I had a full day before this, and I am exhausted. But you know what? I was also exhausted yesterday after driving 2.5 hours back and then doing the Deka Mile and being out in the sun and doing all those interviews. So
you know what they say?
We're here now.
That's show business. That's showbiz, baby.
I thought you were going to say, that's rough, buddy. And shout out to the OCR Report for being a great home for us on the internet, and to Will Hicks.
The Podfather.
Check it out over at theocrreport.com. And to our sponsored athletes.
Javier Escobar, who's in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly Sullivan.
Who we saw this weekend.
Who crushed everything she tried. Ryan Brizolara.
Who I just saw news about, right before you sat down.
Oh, and Joshua Reed.
Who, I don't know what he's doing. Did he do the Tough Mudder Infinity? I have no idea. I don't know what he's up to. But we love you, Josh.
That man's a mysterious man.
Poll results, Caitlin, you put it up.
I put up, yes, I did. So I said, are you usually the driver or the passenger? And 74% of people said they were a driver, and 26% of people said they were the passenger princess.
Which it is kind of tough because if you're by yourself going to events, you're always going to be the driver, right?
I guess. But what would you consider yourself?
I mean, I drive far more than you do, but when we're in the car together, you usually drive. The amount that I drive during the week, dwarfs how much you drive.
I only drive 18 minutes to and from work every day.
I drive a lot from client to client, and I like it that way, so breaks up the day easier. Let's get to some quick news. So first and foremost, the 2024 New England OCR Expo is on April 20th, which is coming up soon. In West Boylston, Massachusetts, we're having a Deka Strong. We're having a 100-meter ninja course. We're having an SGX training thing going on. There's a 5K that we're doing that I don't think they've posted about because they're not doing very good on social media. We're having a tough time there. But it would be great to see you out there. Use code ADVENTURE for $5. Nope, not ADVENTURE. I wanted ADVENTURE. They didn't give me that one. They gave me OBSTACLES. So use code OBSTACLES for $5 off. Would really love to see you guys there. I have some really fun ideas of what we'll do with the podcast, and likely 2 episodes will come from that weekend.
And I'm so excited to run a Deka Strong with you.
Yeah, that's going to be a good time because I'm not already pushing myself too hard of working on the expo, being a vendor, interviewing the other vendors, interviewing the other athletes. Now I'm going to compete.
As long as I don't have to do the box jumps, I'm good.
Yes, that's true. I got the box jumps. That's the one that I'm really good at. This next story comes to us from Obstacle Racing Media.
Obstacle Racing Media posted Spartan Race will be awarding the following prizes for the U.S. National Series races happening later this year, applicable for both men's and women's. So for the Big Bear Super and the Utah Beast, for third place, you'll get $500, second place, $1,000, and first place, $2,500.
Awesome. So what's weird about this?
Don't they still owe athletes money?
Yeah, that's the big thing. Also, Annie Doobie posted out, what about Jacksonville? Which I'm pretty sure she won Jacksonville. So it's a 3-race series. They're only paying for the second and the third one. But the thing is, they made it clear that there wasn't going to be payouts for this year, which sucks. Objectively, that sucks for the sport. Our sport is doing very bad. I'm not talking about OCR in general, like the rolling in the mud and all that stuff. The sport, the athletes, the elites. It's not good to not have money. But this was supposed to be their down year so they could pay their employees, pay their affiliates, pay their this, pay their athletes. So many people that they need to be paid. And now all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're doing this again. It's mixed signals. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Figure out what they're doing and go with that. It's typical Spartan. If it was any other company, I feel like this would be bigger news, but people are just like, yep, this is how they roll. That's how the company is, which is a shame. A shame as a leader of the sport. I want to give a shout out to a post that VJ Shoes put out saying, get your free 20-page recipe bundle from professional multisport OCR athlete Lindsay Webster, which is, I don't mention it, but it's the Fittest Foodie recipe bundle. So they're
awesome.
like working together for a little promotion there, which I think is pretty great.
I love that.
Yeah. Shout out to Ida Matilde Steensgaard, who just partnered up with Team LSKD, and she said it's pronounced Loose Kid, which is confusing. But she said Hyrox Copenhagen is this weekend, or last weekend, whenever this was. Perfect excuse to unveil her new partner. So congratulations to her for another sponsorship deal. She's killing it.
Phonetic.
Loose Kid.
Loose
Kid. Yeah. Caitlin, let's go over the Spartan post-pandemic numbers posted by ORM.
Okay, Spartan post-pandemic finishers through 4-1. So in 2021, they had 14,926 finishers. In 2022, they had 26,205 finishers. In 2023, they had 31,850 finishers. And so far, in 2024, they've had 47,721 finishers.
Yes, and this is according to ORM, who knows their stuff when it comes to finisher numbers. And pulls all that data, but also Inside OCR also pointed out that in 2022, there were 7 race weekends in the first quarter. 2023, there was 8. In 2024, there was 9. So the total events went from 14, 16, 22. So more races will mean more finishers. Total finish numbers are higher, but the number of races and distances of those events is also higher. So still far off from pre-COVID times. So don't get too excited yet. We're still not out of this, unfortunately. We have much more clear, bleak news from OCR Buddy saying OCR in 2024, UK and US by the numbers. So, Caitlin, do you want to break these down while I find the next news story?
So in the UK, the number of events listed in OCR Buddy in 2018 was 423. In 2019, 562. In 2020, 368. In 2021, 352. In 2022, 334, in 2023, 320, and as of March 22nd, 2024, they have 265 events on their UK calendar.
Yeah, I'll take the US. Also, the brands are also heavily decreasing too. So in the United States in 2018, the number of events listed in OCR Buddy were 1,107. In 2019, it was 1,235. For 2020, it was 1,196. For 2021, it was 820. 2022 is 817. 2023 was 737. And so far in 2024, it's 441, which again is only so far. But the brands listed is where it really decreases. So going through those same years again, it's 449, 400, 246, 227, 219, 225, and 154. So things are looking rough. Welcome to hybrid running adventures. No, just kidding. We'll go down the sinking ship of OCR if that's what's happening. World Obstacle has added Cuba as its latest location for their OCR World Series. So I guess this event is on Varadero Beach and will feature a 100 meter and 3K beach OCR event. So congratulations for them joining all these other countries. I'm not the biggest fan of World OCR. I think they just or World Obstacle, whatever the hell they are now. They just take credit for other people doing events. But hey, at least it's not too confusing with another leader coming up, right? We'll get to that later.
Savage Race posted, we have teamed up with GoRuck to bring you the jerry carry. These heavy-duty jerry cans weigh 45 pounds. That is a step up from the lumberjack lane. Make sure to go check out their merchandise tent on race day for GoRuck gear, available for purchase.
Yeah, congratulations to them for teaming up with them. Those look like they will last. And I know that because we have rucksacks by them that also seem like they're going to last. This comes to us from Race Ready Obstacles. Caitlin, look at this new obstacle that they're testing.
They have a new obstacle. It's like do they have to move the pole?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a two-handed...
It's like two separate traverse bars.
Perfect. But the traverse is only like 2 pegs long, so you have to move the traverse forward through holes.
Traverse bar, yeah.
To get to the ends.
Yeah, it's very interesting, and I said that was like very unique.
Oh, and they spin.
Yeah, they're poles, yeah. And I said that's a very cool idea, and they replied, we can't take all the credit. The owner of Mythic Race saw this type of obstacle at a European race and just asked if we could make one. And we're happy to make new obstacles.
Awesome.
And that's how obstacle innovation works. We get a good idea from somewhere, we pass it on, we grow, we get better. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is what I was alluding to earlier of the extra confusion of leadership in OCR. So this comes to us from ORM, because of course they do, for news.
Breaking news. We have just been made aware of a new governing body that has been formed. Raul Fedor, president of the Romanian Obstacle Course Racing Association, has been elected chairman.
Yeah, we'll just read the next. They plan to have distances of 60 meter, 80 meter, 400 meter, 3,000 meter, and another category of more than 3K. There's so much news. A lot more to this. Links down below for the full news stories of all of these, but we do have one super special news story to add just before we wrap up. And well, before we get to podiums. Like I said before, we found this right before Caitlin sat down.
Oh, Ryan Brizzalara said she said yes. Also, the eclipse was incredible. It looked like the clouds were going to be way too thick, but the weather just barely broke and made a great show. Did he propose during the eclipse?
It looks like it. Which explains why I'm only just seeing this.
Oh.
Record. That is... Oh, look, they had a total.
That
too.
Totality.
Very cool.
I want to see the ring again.
Of course you do.
Oh, wait, go back.
All women are the same.
Is this them on video getting proposed?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting! Congratulations.
Yeah, good for you guys. Very happy for you.
We love weddings.
Caitlin loves weddings.
I do. I love love.
Now we have a whole bunch of podiums to get to, starting with Hopsticle Run. And again, there's so much news story because this is like essentially 2 weeks worth here.
This was in Nibley, Utah. In third place, Jake for men, J.K. Lundberg. In second place, Cameron Wright. And in first place, Duncan Hickman. And for the ladies, in third place, Lauren Smith. In second place, Megan Terry. And in first place, Alexis Rao. Rowe?
Now we're going to go to Spartan San Jose for the Beast, Ultra, and Super.
For the women, for the Beast, in third place, Lizette Garcia. In second place, Elizaveta Bordisa. And in first place, Chloe Milken.
Well, Kinian, Caitlin. We say her name almost every week.
And for the men, in third place, Johavani Mendoza. In second place, Landon Price. And in first place, Igor Belousov. And for the ultra, for the women, in third place, Yara Alves. In second place, Felicia Lopez. And in first place, Rachel Munoz. And for the men, in third place, Noah Regnier. In second place, Daniel Elfers. And in first place, Damiri Alkamavdijov.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Yeah, it's confusing how they posted that twice. Should be a super. Yep.
And for the super, for women, in third place, Kimberly Chung. In second place, Chloe Malkinian.
Yep.
And in first place, Aaliyah Ferguro. And for the men, in third place, John Howard III. In second place, Johavani Mendoza. And in first place, Igor Belousov.
Bulasov. All right, next up we have Savage Race Gainesville.
For the men, in third place, David Bergstormright. In second place, Richard Shin. And in first place, Noel Medina.
Yeah, representing Mudgear Hannibal Race Pro Team.
And for the ladies, in third place, Jennifer Hennig. In second place, Lisa Nondrov. And in first place, Vivian Tran.
Yeah, Vivian's also on that team. Congratulations to them. And now we're going to get the Spartan Charlotte Super and Sprint.
For the women, in third place, Heather Golinek. In second place, Chris Swafford. And in first place, Emmy Cross. And for the men, in third place, Alex Hagen-Wise.
Friend of the show.
In second place, Gavin Wishart. And in first place, Kevin Thompson.
Nice. And the sprint is a little further up. Yep.
For the women, in third place, Jessica Shepard. In second place, Emmy Cross. And in first place, Elise McClinnick. And for the men, in third place, Ethan Tucker. In second place, Mike Strobel. And in first place, Kevin Thompson.
Also, I think Kevin Thompson's also on the pro team, too. He's killing it. And for Tough Mudder, Infinity Los Angeles.
These are wrong.
Okay, we'll save those for another time.
Or at least I thought they were wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not caught up on the group texts. There's a lot going on there. And last but not least, I usually don't cover local Dekas in terms of podiums. But we were there, so we damn near better talk about
We didn't
them.
make the podium.
No, far from
If
it.
there was a podium for the last finishers,
Yes.
we would be on it.
He would be in second place and I would be in contention.
For Underdog Fitness Deka Mile, in third place, Oni Franco. This is for the male. In second place, Matthew Senafonte. And in first place, Kevin Gregory. And for the women, in third place, Christine Pavlichuk.
Who also has a sty in her eye like me right now. Fun stuff.
And tied for first with 21:51, we have Kelly Sullivan and Caitlin Troy.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that close. That's impressive. And Deca Mile Kids.
For third place, Avery Senofonte. In second place, Bowden Pebblechuk. And in first place, Mikey Musik.
Nice.
That font hurts my face.
Yeah, I don't like the font either.
For the ruck, for the male, in third place, Zach Wisnowski.
Yep.
And in second place, Alexander Golik. And in first place, Kevin Gregory.
Show off.
I was just going to say that. In third place for the women, Lisa Warren-Zazowski. In second place, Amber Tates. And in first place, Kelly Sullivan.
Nice. There's a lot. Keep it going.
And for the teams, in third place for male, Kiefer Costello. And
Callisto, he was our judge.
And Frank Walsh. In second place, Matthew Senafonte and Greg Vigarian. And in first place, Alexander Golik and Zach Tate.
Yeah, Greg Vigiano. Pretty sure we interviewed him. Co-ed teams.
For the co-ed team, we have in third place, Katie Brown and Mike Rayson. In second place, Taylor Phoebus and Kevin Gregory. And in first place, Amber Tate and Alexander Golik.
Who beat Kevin Gregory and Taylor Phoebus by 1 second, which is pretty impressive. And oh my god, female teams.
In third place, Danielle Carrera and Ashley Lumare. In second place, Kimberly Burbeo and Nicole Kelly. And in first place, Lauren Carlson and Ashley Harton.
Oh, we talked to them too. A lot of people that we talked to, which is pretty cool there. And Secret Links is 5 of them down below, so go and check those out. But let's finally get to what this episode's all about now that we're 22 minutes into the episode. So many know Bubbles the Clown, aka Kevin Gregory, I like saying in that order, for his success with hybrid racing, but we knew him back in the early Spartan Stadium days. He's made a few podcast appearances and was my coach for about a year. And I've always wanted to do my first Deka event at his gym. So we went down to Connecticut. It was like 2.5 hours away. We ran it and did interviews. So you'll hear from David Rondio, Christine Pavlicek, Robert Landman, who was great to finally meet you, Ashley Harton, Lauren Carlson, Melinda Noel, Michael Racine, Greg Vigiano, Caitlin Ritter, question mark because Caitlin held the mic in a weird way, so like we had some audio issues. Apologies, we missed your name. Heather Dalaste, Elizabeth Almansa, Kelly Sullivan, Taylor Phoebus, I believe, Mike Tubiak, Lisa Warzanowski, Kiefer Callisto, Amber Tate, Alexander Golik, Jess Gregory, Zach Tate, and Kevin Gregory. So let's get to those interviews.
All right, we'll just start off with your name and where you're from.
David, from Weathersfield.
And have you done this Deka before?
No, I've never done any Deka.
This is our first time too, so we're a little nervous. What advice would you give to others doing it now?
Pace yourself?
Yeah, that's what I seem you're getting a lot of. What was your favorite and least favorite station?
Least favorite was probably the shoulder overs.
Oh, okay, good to know.
Favorite might have been the ski erg.
Yeah, you did well on that. And then what made you want to take on a Deka?
Bored.
Do you do any other kind of events? Like what made you, what's your athletic background?
Oh, I grew up swimming, running, soccer, tennis, just everything, and done all sorts of races, obstacle courses, triathlons.
Awesome.
So,
What made you pick this location to be your first?
it was the closest.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. And would you do something like this again?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah. Have a good race.
Thank you.
I'm Christine Pavlicek from Burlington, Connecticut.
And how did your Deka mile go?
Deka mile was great. I beat my PR by a minute, a couple seconds on top of that, so I got to get that final count, but training's working.
How many of these have you done before?
This would probably be as far as Deka mile, this is my third or fourth.
Okay.
Yeah, third actually.
What advice would you give to someone doing this for their first time, like Caitlin and myself?
So you need to be able to work on tired legs, and that compromise running is super important. So make sure you're doing not all the stations, but pick like 3 to work on with a mix of running if you're going to train for a Deka mile or Deka fit, so that you're doing some hard running, going into the practice of that station, and cycle do 3 stations that are like your probably weak points. And, put those in maybe 4 times through with some 500-meter runs, treadmill or outdoors.
What are your favorite and least favorite stations?
Least favorite, assault bike. And I would say next least favorite would probably be the sit-ups. I have a good rhythm on that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what made you choose Underdog Fitness as your location?
So I came here to do a fun event for Deka Strong a year and a half ago, and the community was awesome. The people, the family, the community. And I've done a lot of athletic events, and I've never felt more welcomed at all abilities here. And Kevin is just awesome, and I love his wife, Jess. Literally, I was instantly welcomed, and everyone pushed each other to be better. So I love it.
What made you first want to get into this kind of hybrid racing?
So my background is I was a marathon runner and a triathlete. And I brought in a lot of strength training into my programming in my 30s. As now I'm 43, I want to make sure I stay strong for a long time. So to be in the game, you got to be strong. And so I knew hybrid fitness was the route for me. So this is a perfect mix of those modalities for me.
What else do you have planned for the rest of the year now?
So I have High Rocks on June 1st, my very first one. Super excited. I'll be in New York City. And then in the fall, I will be in, actually end of August, we'll be in Oaks, Pennsylvania for the Deka Fit. And from there, I hope to qualify for World Championships. Last year, I qualified in 3 events, all 3 strong mile fit, and I took a podium in the Deka Fit on my first year at it. So I want to make it to World Championships, and wherever that is, it's usually usually December timeframe. So yeah, those are where my sights are set on. Another half marathon, Gulf Beach Marathon in Milford, Connecticut in September. Just something every 2 months kind of thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good luck with those events. Oh, and where can people find you on social media?
Chrissy K98 on Instagram. You can also find me, Christine Raymundi Pavlicek on Facebook, but most of my stuff is on Instagram. Thank you.
Thanks for talking to us.
Awesome.
Robert Landman, Peekskill, New York.
First off, great to finally meet you in person.
Great to finally meet you, too. Congratulations on marriage and all that.
Thank you. And congratulations on your Deka mile. I heard you got a PR. How'd it go for you?
Better than expected. I actually had no set goals that I was going to articulate. I know what I did last time, so obviously I want to do at least 1 second faster. Got 25 seconds faster. I think having like your superstar sponsored athlete, Kelly Sullivan, judging me and cheering me on was a great help.
Awesome. What were your favorite and least favorite stations out there?
Oh, my least favorite, you saw right from the get-go, the Ram lunges, because of having a hip replacement, the right side's always wonky, so half the reps are ugly. Favorite stations? I think all of them, in the sense that I'm blessed to have the opportunity to do all these things.
Right. And then, how many of these have you done before?
I think this might be my fifth or sixth mile.
Okay. Wow. What made you so interested in hybrid racing?
Well, I've historically been a gym rat. I never did CrossFit. I've done OCR, but with the hip issues that I have, trying to keep up with the fast trail racers has been challenged. So this kind of mixed the fact that I want to be active, functional at 61. I mean,
that's where we all want to be, right? That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what else do you have planned for the rest of the year?
Let's see. What do I have? I have a High Rocks in New York in 8 weeks.
Have you done one of those before?
I've never did a High Rocks. I did the PFT a week ago. Okay. Did better than I thought, but I still got a lot of work ahead of me. I have High Rocks in Toronto. I figure I'll use New York as a testing ground for, training. I work with Kirk DeWint.
Hey, okay. There's a name plug there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got a Savage somewhere in between. I still like OCR, but quite frankly, being the gym person, I like this better.
Awesome. And where can people find you on social media?
Just my Instagram, Landman Robert. All right.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the support, and great to finally meet you.
Hey, great to finally meet you too. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm Ashley Harding. I'm from Long Island.
I'm Lauren Carlson. I'm also from Long Island.
And then you did the relay race. How do you feel that it went?
We did really well, but I'm dead.
It's definitely all about communication. I'm happy we did it as a team, though. I think it made it more accountable. So that was really tiring, but good.
Yeah. What's your history with hybrid racing? Have you done these before?
This is my first one.
Hey, okay. Here's my first too. How do you feel?
I feel accomplished.
A little lightheaded. Good.
Yeah. Your first one as well?
Yeah, this is my first one.
So what made you decide to tackle it as a team?
We joined Beast Fitness last summer, and they're into Deka, High Rocks, and all of that. So we said, all right, we'll join the team.
Yeah.
Same. We go to the same gym.
Yeah. What made you want this to be your first Deka location here at Underdog Fitness?
This is the first one probably presented to us to do it. So we were like, yep, let's do it. We've been training for it. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it being semi-close to home, it was easy to come in a day. So we made it a whole experience. We have some other people from our gym here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good vibe.
What were your favorite and least favorite stations out there?
My favorite? Probably the row. My least, the bike.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think my least favorite was the sled push-pull.
Yeah.
By that time, my legs were dead on fire. So that was definitely the toughest, I think.
Yeah, it was really fun watching you two girls go at it, because I didn't realize you were on a team, and I saw you run, and I'm like, this woman's going to ruin things too. So how did you decide to split things up?
She's really good at sprinting, so we said, all right, this is a short distance. You're going to probably be sprinting most of it. And I think my strengths are the rower, the skier, the bike, so we kind of looked at each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly said, and I think dividing the stations gave us both a second to catch our breath and move on to the next, so I liked it. I honestly don't know if I'd ever want to do this by myself.
Okay, fair. And then there's also the Deka Strong and the Deka Fit. Any intention on trying one of those?
We did the Deka Strong actually at the gym, not officially, but she did it for us. That is a lot more rough than this one because you're doing it all by yourself. So definitely having that little bit of breath is nice. I'd be interested in the Deka Mile, but as a team too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we just did. I meant the Deka Fit one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think me too. Ashley said it pretty well. No comment.
And what else do you have planned for the rest of the year now?
We're doing the High Rocks Relay in June in the city. That's all we have planned so far.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yep, we're on a team again, but with 2 more girls, so I think it'll be really awesome. That was my goal for this year, making more friends that are women who are into fitness, so this has been awesome.
And where can people find you on social media?
Instagram.
Yep, Instagram. You could look up Beast Fitness. That's our gym. And my handle's Lauren Carlson with 2 N's.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great job out.
My name is Melinda Noel, and I'm from Southington, Connecticut.
Which event did you do today?
I did the Deka Mile Ruck.
So, what's your background with the hybrid racing?
So I've been doing Spartan racing since 2016, and I just started doing Deka and High Rocks as of last year, 2023.
And what made you want to further punish yourself and wear a rucksack for it too?
So I've been doing rucking stuff for a couple years. I'm part of a local ruck club, and we do events every week. And I kind of wanted an extra challenge because I'm also a weightlifter. So I thought the extra weight would be kind of fun. So that's what I did.
And was it fun? How did it go for you?
It was fun in a hard way. It was very challenging, but it's a nice reward. So, and the patch is cool too.
So, what was your favorite and least favorite station out there?
I think one of my favorites is the tank because I'm really good at pushing it. And my least favorite would probably be the burpees at the end because having an extra 20 pounds on your back doing that is really hard.
It's rough. And then what made you decide to come to Underdog Fitness for your race here today?
I used to train with Kevin last year, the owner of Underdog, in obstacle course racing and stuff. And I live like literally 20 minutes away, so it's a nice local event. So I like coming out and supporting everyone. I know pretty much everyone that's racing too, so that's awesome. We have a good time. Yeah.
I noticed your sweatshirt and my background's OCR too. What are your thoughts on Rugged Maniac going away this year?
That was sad. I did one. I've done 2 Rugged Maniacs, and it was sad. I always liked their swag too. It was a fun challenge, and I brought a lot of first timers out there for their first obstacle course races. Yeah, so I'm really sad about that, actually.
Yeah.
So
when I first heard the news, I'm like, oh, well, at least they're going to finish this year. And they're like, no, we're not. And I'm like, that sucks. It would have been like nice to have a last hurrah or whatever, too. Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
And what else do you have planned for the rest of the year?
So I'm doing the New Jersey trifecta weekend in a couple weeks. Yep. And then I'm focusing strictly kind of on weightlifting this year. So I'll be doing Olympic weightlifting competitions. And in August, I'm actually going to do the Deka Fit. The Deka Fit in, I think it's Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone that's thinking about taking on their first Deka event?
Just go out there and do it because you don't know what to expect until you go out there and do it, and then you'll get addicted to it because every time I come back, I want to do better. So you'll if you do it once, you'll know what you need to train for. You'll see your strengths and your weaknesses and go from there.
And same for powerlifting too. I can see it being intimidating to a lot of women and a lot of men, lifting heavy and all that. How did you get your start in that?
I was actually during COVID. A lot of gyms were closing, like the regular gyms per se, and then like my CrossFit gym in the area was staying open. They kind of spread everybody out, and we could still lift. So I'm like, I still want to work out because I've been, in the gym since I was like in high school. So I still wanted to work out. So I'm like, Olympic weightlifting looks so cool. Like, let me try this. So ever since 2020, I've been doing that. I got addicted to bettering myself, and now I want to lift heavier and get better. So yeah.
Awesome. And where can people find you on social media?
I'm at Melinda Moves Weights. So
thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good work out there.
My name's Mike Racine. I'm from Wallingford, Connecticut, so I'm right around here.
How many of these Deka events have you done before?
I don't know. I've done quite a few. I started a couple years ago, so I don't know. I've done a couple dozen since then.
Yeah. How many with a rucksack have you done?
This is my second ruck, so first time with the mile. My last ruck, I did the Fit in Knoxville a couple weeks ago.
Okay. How do you feel that it went today?
It went okay today. I was a little slower today. Still kind of getting used to the ruck and everything, but it wasn't bad. I was just kind of doing it for fun. So, yeah.
Do you have a favorite and least favorite station out there?
Favorite station probably have to be. That's a tough one. Maybe the box step overs. I'm pretty fast at them. I can get them over quickly. Least favorite station, probably the biker burpees. Even though I can smash the bike, it still hurts. Yeah.
It must be nice with at least the bike you get to sit down with the rucksack. There's a little bit of reprieve there, I imagine.
Yeah, a little bit. I think you can let gravity kind of take its course if you lean over a little bit and take the weight off your back. So kind of feel that the same way on the ski a little bit. Depending on your technique, and kind of like bend over and just like kind of let it rest on your back a little bit more.
That makes sense. What advice would you give to someone that's taking on their first Deka or first Deka with a rucksack?
I would say probably just same advice for Deka, which maybe people have heard before, but pace the first half because you're going to need it for the second half. And I think the same holds true for the ruck. So yeah.
What else do you have planned for the rest of the year now?
I'll probably be doing some more Dekas where they pop up, I like to get some more strong and miles in just to get a better time. And aside from that, probably just doing maybe just some Spartan races, maybe trying to do a High Rocks later in the year. I haven't done that race yet, and I like to try it. So,
A lot of interest in High Rocks now. It seems like a decent step up, but that should be an exciting challenge.
Yeah, I've heard it's quite a different format from Deka, and I know it's a little bit longer, but I want to give it a shot. So, yeah.
And how did you think that Underdog Fitness did with setting up the course today?
Oh, they did a good job. I think, Kevin, owner of Underdog, knows people want a PR and, within like rules and everything, but sets it up in a way that allows everybody to kind of perform their best. And I think it was a good setup today. So,
And where can people find you on social media?
My name is Mike Racine. I'm on Instagram. It's like Mike.Racine with 3s at the end. Oh, thank you for the medal. But I don't post there too much now, but I'm probably going to start posting maybe a little bit more, just as like the rest of the underdogs do. So, yeah.
Good job today, and good luck at your High Rock coming up.
Yeah, thanks. It was great talking to you.
Awesome.
Greg Vigiano, Granby, Connecticut.
And how did your race go today?
Not bad. We ran them both. We ran singles and then doubles.
Okay.
So PR'd, I think, everything. Yeah, so it was a good day. And learned a lot first time doing doubles. So
Have you done a lot of Dekas before? Or
first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So my partner, second time, me first time, but it's a good workout.
Yeah, but what made you want to take on this kind of challenge, like hybrid racing?
Been doing High Rocks for a couple years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're doing that. We did pretty well there in the doubles. So this is more fun. It's faster.
Yeah, I was gonna say compare and contrast because High Rocks is more of a really endurance event there.
It's a grind. Yeah, it's a grind, and I've never been a runner, so I've been learning that over the last couple of years, how to do both, and yeah, it's been a challenge, but fun.
How much running is it for High Rocks? Is it like 6 miles around?
About five. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot more than a...
Yeah, 1Ks, eight 1Ks, and then your ergs go to like 1,000 meters.
Okay.
So no bike, which is nice.
Wall ball was killer.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah, 100 wall balls is no fun at the end.
No, hell of a way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
What about for the stations here? Did you have a favorite and least favorite station?
Bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Assuming that's the least favorite one.
Least favorite.
Okay.
Least favorite. Everything. A favorite. I'm a pretty good rower. I'm long, so I like the row. I like the shorter run. Yeah. So those things are good for me. Yeah.
What else do you have planned for the rest of the year now?
We got High Rocks in France in June. Yeah, we qualify for Worlds, so we're gonna do that, and then hopefully qualify some more Deka. Yeah.
What did you think about the way that Kevin Gregory set up the course for you guys today?
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, it's a nice setup, nice transitions, nice run. Parking lot fits it perfect. Yeah.
And where can people find you on social media?
At Trilogy Way, our little gym up in northern Connecticut. Yeah.
All right, good talking to you, and good luck in France.
Yeah, appreciate that.
No coughing in my mic. All right, Caitlin. Name and where you're from.
My name is Caitlin Ritter. I'm from Pequannock, New Jersey, but currently live in Taunton, Massachusetts.
And how did your first Deka mile go today?
That was terrible. I embraced the suck. Once I ate shit in the box jumps, I got scared.
A couple times, I think.
Yeah, no, just one really bad time, but then you get like, I feel like I got like nervous.
That was from the box?
Yes.
Jesus.
But then like you get unsure. I wasn't confident in my abilities once I fell.
I don't know if you said it in like the recording before this, but you were most nervous about that because of your coordination.
Yeah, and I'm not coordinated, and I got to maybe jump number 8, and then I just fell off the thing, and a lot of people came over to be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Which did not help.
There was one time you got up on the jump and you did like a Christ the Redeemer.
Yeah. Yeah. So not graceful, but not many things I do in life are graceful.
Was that your least favorite station?
Yes.
Okay, what was your favorite?
My favorite was probably that thing, the Turk Tank, which I went head to head with Kevin Gregory. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw a little bit when I was doing another.
But I knew that would be one of my favorites. I like the sled pull and Spartan race, so I enjoyed that. I also didn't mind the over the shoulder thing.
Yeah, it was tough because like my grip was kind of burnt out. I really didn't like the skier.
The skier, there has to be a more efficient. I don't know how to do that, but there has to be a more efficient way. I was there for like 4 minutes.
You were there for a long time. Yeah, I don't really know. You can watch all these other races going at it.
But I finished in like 40 minutes, so not terrible, but I could do better.
We don't have anything to compare it to, but I feel that he did a good job setting up the course.
I feel like I could definitely train and be better.
Oh yeah. I think I could shave off at least a couple minutes in terms of like not taking breaks or like I don't know, running the whole time.
The carries weren't that bad either. Like
I struggled immensely with the carries.
the guy told me I did better than you.
Oh yeah, you did.
I like to lift heavy, so that's on my favor.
And I don't. So there's that. What else is coming up?
I would
for
do
you?
this again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll sign up for his June 15th event.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Drove 2.5 hours to get here.
I just need a box because I need to practice. I don't know how to be efficient with that. It's scary.
How expensive can the box be?
And it's so tall.
It is tall. Any final thoughts?
Let's do it again.
My name is Heather, and I'm from Long Island representing Beast Fitness.
I'm Liz. I'm from Beast Fitness, Long Island.
Perfect. And what did you guys think of today's Deka event?
I thought it went great. I honestly loved the fact that everybody was cheering each other on. Everybody had really good spirits today, and I think we all performed well.
I thought it was great. It was my first race and didn't know exactly what to expect, but our trainers and our team really prepared us and kept the energy and the morale high, and it really felt good and accomplished to finish it, and I look forward to doing it again.
Very rewarding. I couldn't be happier to have the support system that we have. The camaraderie that exists between everyone from Beast Fitness is just unmatched.
How did you guys find Beast Fitness, and what made you want that to be your home gym?
So I actually found Beast from the owners, Michelle and Liz. I used to work out at a gym with them before, and then they ended up opening up their own gym. And I think what sets them apart from other gyms is everybody works together for a common goal. There's no, you're better than this person or this person's better than that person. It's we're all going to do it together and we're all going to finish together. We start together, we finish together.
Yeah, so I was at another gym, and one of the trainers that's at Beast introduced me to the gym, and I was ready to take on a new challenge. And Beast is be exceptional and stronger together, and it's totally true. And it is different than any other gym because you can be yourself. You can everyone next to you. It's not your competition; it's your inspiration, and everyone really is there to support each other and make sure everyone's getting the best out of each other. And it's just a really great place to be.
I'm one of the owners of Beast Fitness, so I just couldn't be more proud and happy to have the community that we've been able to build. And like she said, Beast stands for Be Exceptional and Stronger Together, and I think that we stay strong by that. So
I love that. As somebody who currently works out at Planet Fitness, I'm very jealous of like the team camaraderie. What was your favorite, not obstacle, but favorite station?
I can't even say that I have a favorite station. I just appreciate the fact that my training prepared me to help my partner when she needed it. So that was the most rewarding for me.
Yeah, I don't think I necessarily had a favorite station. I think it was just the accomplishment of being able to get through everything and taking it step by step. And I think it's really amazing when you hand off and tap your partner high five and like set them to go, because it just keeps everything rolling and makes every station amazing, as hard as it is.
I love doing sit-ups, so I do have a favorite station, but overall I think I'm very satisfied with the run. It's a little windy today, so I didn't think I thought I was going to struggle a little bit more than I did with it, so I was just very happy that I was able to do all 10 runs and, stand strong and complete it with my partner, so very happy to have been able to do the race with him.
Awesome. Did you guys have a least favorite station?
Yes. So normally Farmers Carry, I'm like so good at that station. Today, for some reason, it wasn't my favorite.
Fair. What about you?
The bike always gets me every time. But yeah, so I'd say the bike hands down. But we got through it, so it matters.
So just like actually, I'm really good at dead balls, the over the shoulder, and today I actually struggled with it. I don't know, it was like doing the run before, dead balls, and then having to go for another run after that. That felt tough, but overall it was great.
That's fair. What's your next event? What's up on that race schedule?
Our next event will be High Rocks in New York City.
Ooh.
Yep, High Rocks June 1st, Pier 76, New York City. Yep.
Pier 76.
Same thing.
So nice.
Yeah, we're doing the relay. High Rocks.
Awesome. Well, thank you. It was so nice talking to you guys.
Thank you. Kelly Sullivan, Gardner, Massachusetts.
And you had 2 events today. How did they go for you?
2 events so far. I did ruck first. There's no time, so I think I did really well. I did really well for myself. And then I got almost a minute PR on individual.
How did you feel when they first started releasing these hybrid races? Because I feel like it's right up your alley.
It's absolutely up my alley. I mean, I've been told for years that I should specialize, and now that all this hybrid stuff is coming out, I'm like, haha, this is what I've been doing forever. So it makes me happy that we're growing and expanding in ways.
So how many decas have you done at this point now?
I don't know. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
What have grown to be your favorite and least favorite stations out of the 10?
Stations?
Yeah.
Oh. I really like the ball overs. Okay. Weirdly enough, and the box overs. I do not like the tank or the bike, which I think everyone thinks the same thing. It's just, for me, it's just, I get in my head there. They're long where I get in my head, and I got to work on that.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone that's taking on their first Deka with or without a ruck?
Just do it. I had a couple people from my gym actually go to Fitness Appeal. Shout out to them. For their first Deka Strong. A couple did teams, a couple did regular, or that. Like, do teams, that way you can split it up. But, just do it and don't have expectations. Because you will pleasantly surprise yourself.
Yeah. What else do you have planned for the rest of the year? I know that you have another event coming up.
Everything. I got teams coming up in 10 minutes. And then in 2 weeks, I'm actually doing a 50K Deka out in Illinois. Okay. Dust to Glory.
Okay, yeah.
Is putting that on. Awesome. Yep. And then
Deka Ultra or whatever, right?
Deka Ultra. It's
Deka
because it's a 50K where the Spartan Deka Ultra is 25K.
I feel like you're made for that.
I'm so excited. Yeah, Matt B. Davis called me out for it,
Yeah,
so I'm going. And then Jersey Ultra Fecta, hopefully.
Yeah.
At least the Ultra, and then we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
That's all I remember right now.
Yeah. And where can people find you on social media?
Mainly Instagram at KellySully21. But yeah, that's where I mainly am.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
My name is Taylor Wright, and I'm from Amerenik, New York.
Perfect. And how was your Deka experience today?
It was great. Came out here, just want to get it done, and that's what I did.
Was this your first Deka experience, or are you a seasoned veteran?
I guess I'm seasoned, but I don't really concentrate on Deka. I really concentrate on Spartan races for now. This is my third season, so it's lots of fun. Just love the community out here.
Absolutely. Which was your favorite station today?
Oh boy. Running. So.
That's totally fair. And which was your least favorite station?
Hands down the bike.
That bike, I've done the bike before, but there was something, I've never done it compromised, as compromised as I was today. And I was like, this is terrible. Now I know why people hate it.
Oh my God, yeah. So welcome to Deka and that bike, that 25 calories. You're like, 25 calories is nothing until you get on that bike. So yeah.
Yes, exactly. This was my first Deka, so I went into it blindly. But what advice do you have for people who are thinking, I'm a Spartan racer now, I want to get into the hybrid scene?
It's all about your mindset, and what you go in is what you're going to kind of get out of it. So I would keep that definitely positive and, just keep going. It's one foot in front of the other.
Absolutely. What events do you have on your race calendar coming up?
So this year so far, we just did Jackson and Houston, so that was fun. Those were two new events that I've got. We have New Jersey in Vernon in a couple of weeks, and then I'm doing my first Ultra in Fayetteville. So looking forward to that, and like I said, it's all going to be about that mindset.
So how do you prepare for something like a Deka, but also be mindful that you're also training for an Ultra?
Honestly, I really concentrate on just doing trail runs. I get bored as a person to work out, so I am more motivated when I do classes. So I was doing a lot of Orange Theory just to get my running and strength in with the rowing. Now I kind of put that on pause, and I've done Class Pass right now, where I get to just switch it up. I get to do yoga, I get to do Pilates, I get to do F45, which is more strength training, and that has high intensity. So I think just for me, switching it up and just kind of hitting every body part, whether it's slowing it down, that's okay, but also just taking it up a notch.
Absolutely. Do you have any coaches or anybody that you'd like to thank?
I would love to thank my boyfriend, Ed Miller. He is my... he motivates me, he pushes me, he definitely pushes me in the right direction with eating habits. I would love to thank Underdog. They've been a great community and friendship. When I first came into not Deka, but Spartan races, it was fun for me. I haven't been competitive since high school. I got out of it, I started working. I was really heavy. I wanted to get back into working out again. Ed showed me Spartan races. We met Kevin a couple of races in. He was like, oh, what are your times? And told him, he's like, what are you doing with open heat? Like, you need to do age competitive. And I was like, oh, really? And I was like, all right, I didn't know I could do that. So did my first competitive race. I took first, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, it was totally awesome. And it's just like, you never know. And so I thank my family for all the support and love, my friends. It's been great. And this community is awesome. I'm a hairdresser. Okay. So I tell all my clients, it doesn't matter what shape or whatever you're in, like, just get out there, put one foot in front of the other. You never know what you're capable of doing. And that's what, Spartan races, like, you get out there, people are, don't have an arm, they don't have a leg, people are in wheelchairs. They still get out there and do it every single day. So it's been great.
And then, is that dog yours?
Yes, Spartan is ours. We rescued him at 5 months. I wanted a companion, and so he actually runs with me. I just got him to do 18 miles with me last Monday. He is a trooper. Like, he won't stop, and it's kind of my fault now that I built an athlete like this because he's 96 pounds, but he runs, and he does Spartan race with us when we do open heat. He loves it, and everyone loves him, so it's been great for us.
How do you train a dog to be able to run that kind of distance?
They say to wait until they're about a year or so old. So I kind of just, slowly built him up a mile, 2, 3, and then kind of kept pushing it further and further. So I kind of built him up a couple times to 15, and then since I'm training for my ultra, I was like, all right, you're going to be my buddy. Like, we're going into the woods. We did 18, and I was just like, all right, we're going to stop here because I know for him, like, he'll just stay with me. Like, he doesn't want to, like, leave my side. So, but I need to know, as a mother, as a dog owner, when to stop and not to push him.
What kind of dog is he, do you know?
He is a black lab. I think he's got some Great Dane mixed in him, but
he seems
he's huge, but he's like that gentle giant. To describe him over, visually, we say he's a Red Clifford, just black.
Yeah, that's a good description.
So, but we love him, and everyone loves him, so it's been great.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
Mike Tubiak, but they call me the Tubiak Maniac.
Lisa Worzanowski from Connecticut.
Perfect. And I noticed that you guys ran together. Can you kind of tell the audience why?
I am a visually impaired athlete, so I need help getting from, do the stations and doing the running portions and stuff like that.
Okay, perfect. So were you his guide?
Yes, yep. We actually met at a local 10-mile race a couple weekends ago. I reminded him of the Dekas, and he's been to one before, and he reached out and said, do you want to be my guide? And I said, I would absolutely love to be your guide.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I found out, of course, she was struggling that last couple miles. I said, you can't be walking now. Yeah, so we kind of bonded in the last couple miles.
I love that. As a visually impaired athlete, what is your biggest challenge?
Oh, just all of this, all the objects, the lowest, like all the, everything on the ground, like it's all extreme hazards to me.
Okay, I don't know if this is like okay to ask. So if I'm being okay, like how, like I know there's probably a range of being visually impaired. So where are you on that spectrum?
I'm like this, extreme tunnel vision, very, small window. And when it's overcast or something like this, actually it gets a little more worse because I got cataracts along with an eye disease I have called retinitis pigmentosa.
Okay.
So, which causes me to lose my night vision, my peripheral vision, and ultimately go blind.
Oh my gosh. So as his guide, like what are your biggest challenges?
My biggest challenges were to make sure that he got that. I didn't want to go too fast or too slow for him, and then I wanted to make sure anything on the ground, like some of the course has rams as like turnaround points, so I wanted to make sure we kept it close to keep the course short, but not so we hit it, and then making sure the course was clear of runners to get him to the stations he needed to be and set up his stations fast to make sure he could beat his time, which he did. He wanted under 30 and he got it.
Congratulations, that's awesome. What is your favorite station out here?
The assault bike. Yeah. I'm the weird one. I like this. I'll bike.
He was happy on it while he did it, which is rare.
And what was your least favorite station?
Burpees.
Those burpees are tough. What does a day of training look like for you?
I'm actually a big marathon runner and stuff like that now. So a lot of it's just either life on a treadmill or I do a lot of deadlifts. I'm at the YMCA, my local YMCA, training for doing weights, and I work out every day. And I do yoga like twice a week, and so like 6 days a week I'm I'm always doing something.
That's awesome. So do you think you'll come back and do some more Dekas?
Oh yeah, this is like my fourth. I did the trifecta in 2021. I did one Deka Strong here in 2022, and after I found her, and she convinced me to do another one.
How hard did you have to convince him?
Actually, I mean, I mentioned it there, and I was like, and he, I could tell he seemed kind of like, oh, I did that there, and I was like, oh, I'm feeling it. It's out there. So I said, well, there's one coming up in April. You should do it. I'll be there. So not much convincing.
Of course, I reached out to Kevin. I was like, I think I'll see you on the 7th.
And then, so we'll also see you June 15th?
I don't know, because I know I'm doing a Spartan actually in June. I think it's like, I might be that weekend. I don't know. In New York.
No, that's the weekend before.
So you can okay, I'm good. I could do it.
Okay.
I might have another. I do a lot of events that week. But I'm a part of what's called the Achilles International Connecticut chapter. So I do a lot of races with that organization.
Okay, what is that organization?
They provide guides to athletes like myself and people in wheelchairs and all that kind of stuff. So
that is really cool. I'm a special education teacher, and I currently have 2 visually impaired students. So when I heard you were out there, I was like, I need to go talk to him, just because it's like, I teach 3rd grade, so like in my realm, like they're 3rd graders, but one day they're gonna grow up and be adults.
The big reason why I do what I do is because I hope there's that kid out there that's actually seeing me out there doing it and going, oh, I could do that. Like he's doing it. So
I love that. It's amazing.
Perfect. Is there anybody you need to thank? Any coaches?
Oh, I thank everybody. I think people like Lisa and any guide I've ever had. Because I can't do what I do. I can't be the maniac, as they call me, without the help of guides like her.
If somebody's interested in becoming a guide, what is that process like?
Pretty easy. Achilles, actually, they put you through training, so you get used to guiding someone with a visual impairment or, maybe a wheelchair athlete. And you do all the training, and I think they do like a grace period where you kind of might get paired up with an athlete, and it's a good process to make sure everything's, you're not a criminal.
Personally, I'm too slow.
No, it's,
Good. I'm too slow to be a guide, but that's awesome that you were out there today.
That's ridiculous. Everyone, there's someone out there they're like, oh, I'm really slow, and it doesn't matter. Everyone has a different range.
That's fair. And then where can people find you on social media?
At the 2BAC Maniac on Instagram. That's mostly where I post most of my crazy stuff.
Perfect. And what about you, Lisa?
Lisa_Marie 42.
Perfect. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
My name is Kiefer Callisto. I'm from New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Also the best Deka judge I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh, I appreciate it. I tried. I've judged maybe, 100 different Deka events at this point. Maybe even 100 here at Underdog.
That's
so
awesome.
So yeah, no, I know the drill.
Caitlin did want me to bring up the fact that both of us are towards the bottom of the leaderboard, so I hope that doesn't go. I hope that doesn't go against your reputation.
Absolutely not. You guys got it done. You guys grinded through it. That's what we're here for. It's what we like to see. Absolutely.
Appreciate it. And you ran your own event too. How did your race go today?
Not too bad. Close to my PR. All things considered. Yeah, I'll take it for the weather conditions and the not training specifically for it, but I'm happy with where I am.
What do you think about this whole hybrid sport? Like, what do you love so much about it?
Oh, I love it. Being living in the Northeast New England, I got to endure 7-8 months of winter, so this gives me something I can really train for indoors in my gym, and I'm not really accessible to mountains and everything like that. So as much as I love OCR and I love Killington and Palmerton, it's tough being like a gym-based athlete and competing at some of these mountain goats, but thank God hybrid came along and gives me an excuse to to stay indoors all winter and and suffer and get ready for the OCR season.
Yeah, you can't replicate a mountain, but you can replicate these terrible stations. What were your favorite and least favorite stations out there?
Favorite station is probably the rower. I love rowing. I row like 15 to 20 minutes a day just at the gym, just my warm up and cool down for pretty much every workout. I don't know, I think the row machine is the greatest piece of fitness and equipment ever invented.
It's very full body.
I will die on the hill. I love the rower. My least favorite is probably the common answer is the air bike. That thing is just a sufferfest. You think you're ready for it when you get there and just like, oh, it just like punches you in the face every time. It sucks. But that's what makes these events fun. Is there's a hard part. There's no this. If it was easy, you know what I mean? Like freaking Kevin makes it look easy, especially here at his gym, and he trains his clients to to strategize around the bike because it is such a difference maker in the race. And, it's just something I definitely need to work on for sure. It's low-hanging fruit, I'm pretty sure, for everybody who does this event. But, yeah, definitely the bike would be in the bottom of the list in terms of favorites for sure.
And like us, you drove over 2 hours to get here. Why particularly Underdog Fitness?
Love this gym. Love the community. Very welcoming here. Kevin and Jess are very, very easy to support and very easy to get behind them and their brand and what they do for the sport. They are, just two of the best people like I've met since I've started doing OCR and hybrid racing. So it doesn't matter where the gym was, 2 hours, 3 hours. Like these guys they put on a great event here. All of Kevin's clients there's a different standard here than you'd find at other gyms, and it's just very easy to get behind. And I look forward to the events, whether it's a mile, a strong, even just a get together or whatever. Like these are my type of people. So this is where I want to be.
What else do you have planned for the rest of the year now?
Too many things. The biggest thing, High Rocks Worlds in Nice. I'm doing doubles with my friend Kara. We qualified in New York City earlier in the year.
What's her last name?
Kara Van Doyewert.
Yep, we met her. She won Fit Challenge for the last.
Absolutely, she wins pretty much freaking everything she throws her hat into. She's a beast. She's
an eater too.
She is.
She's stuff that she eats.
Yeah, I was actually hanging out with her last night. We ate like freaking kings, and it's like every time, she's one of my best friends. I travel with her. I do a lot of races with her. She's really great.
She won a big event this weekend too, I think, right?
There was a Mud Sweat Tears, which is one of the original SGX gyms.
Yes.
They put on a High Rocks specific type of workout, and she won first overall female. I was going to try to get there, but it was it's a 4.5 hour drive from me, so I was I couldn't get up that early, and I was just I went to bed too late last night, so I was just I'll let her have fun, but yeah, I hung out with her afterwards, and this was on my way back home, so it worked out perfectly. But yeah, that's mostly the things. I really try to focus on the Spartan Stadium series. Those are my favorite races. So I plan on doing every single one of those. I did the one in LA earlier this year.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
So it's those are my jam. Those are the only elite podiums I've ever gotten was in the stadium. So that's that's my favorite. I don't know. I feel like I move better on concrete than I do on the trails, but I'm going to do every Northeast Spartan race. I'm going to West Palm Beach in a couple of weeks to do the sprint weekend over there. The shorter the distance, the better for me, which is why I love hybrid and Deka. But too many races to really pick one. But Nice is is really the one that I'm looking forward to. I've never been to Europe, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be an expensive trip, but hopefully we'll make it work with it. We'll represent the Americans out there. I know it's a very European dominated sport out there, but we're gonna represent the USA, freaking under 29 division. So we're gonna go out there and just have a blast and obviously eat some really good food. Knowing Kara, she's got every meal planned. I can promise you. Absolutely. So yeah, that's the the next few months worth of races for sure.
Nice. I know you're not very active on it, but where can people find you on social media?
You can't. I'm about as off the grid as you can possibly be. I'm actually a huge advocate for being disconnected in this world. We're straying away from how humans are supposed to be. I don't think we're supposed to be attached to technology. Obviously, I love listening to podcasts. I love YouTube, but there's just something about having as little screen time on your phone as possible. And I tell my friends, I joke about this, I'm trying to be part of the control group of people who just don't have technology in their lives, which is, the irony of it is I work in IT, I'm a network administrator, I'm about as at the end of the day, I'm about as big of a nerd as you'll ever meet, but I'm the biggest advocate for disconnecting from technology as possible. Yeah. So, yeah, the only way you can really see me is at any of these Northeast races or a Deka event. I'm known within the community, but you can't really find me online, and I try to keep it that way. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for all the work that you did to helping out everybody, but especially us, because I'm going to be a little selfish today. I don't know if I could have gotten through it as well if I didn't have your help. So thank you.
Absolutely. Anytime, you guys. I'm glad I got to meet you guys. This is one of the beauties of doing this event. Little did I know you guys have 20 minutes for me. You know what I mean? So it's really cool. hopefully I'll see you guys in more and more races. And I won't be
food recommendations.
Absolutely. Maybe we'll catch a restaurant one of these days. El Mariachi, get some Mexican food, and absolutely. So now I won't be so shy. And if I see you guys at an event, we'll get together and we'll have a ball like we always do.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
I appreciate you, my man. Thank you.
Amber Tate from Canada.
And I am Alexander Golick from Long Island, New York.
Awesome. And how did your race go today?
Actually, really good considering we both felt pretty fatigued going into it. I think we went as well as we could have thought it could.
Yeah, and I mean, we both also raced a few times earlier today, so muscular fatigue definitely set in tough. And this was also our first time racing together as a team, so with all that combined, we worked really well together. Everything was smooth and we went really hard, so it was good overall. A lot of fun.
What was the strategy going into it?
Honestly, the strategy was to switch before we needed to, so we tried to do more trade-offs than maybe your average team would, but AJ and I are pretty similar in strength, so we had to get kind of creative on who was going to do what.
How do you feel that strategy played out?
Really well. Like Amber said, we're very similar athletes, and usually with teams, especially co-ed teams, the male is more of an erg-dominant, bigger dude that can push paces and move weight, and I'm a $170 soaking wet, so I'm not really that type of athlete. So like Amber said, we have to split more than traditionally you'd see teams do, but to our benefit because we both work better under higher heart rates. We're better compromised athletes, and we can keep our pace consistency while we start to fatigue. So switching often allowed us to cycle the reps a little faster, so it worked out well. It was good.
Yeah.
What is it that you love so much about this hybrid racing sport?
Teams.
Yeah?
Seriously, you become better friends when you race teams together, and when you go to war in a Deka's team together, you just can't not be best friends at the end of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For me, teams definitely. I also love the community, and I know that's a super cliche answer, and that's what a lot of people will answer, but once you're in it, it's very true, and that is the root of everything. And coming here for the day, for the weekend, and being able to spend time with all the people that share similar likes and interests, and also passion for the sport, it's an infectious atmosphere. So it's awesome.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? What overall with the Deka stations? What's your favorite and least favorite station personally for you?
Okay. If you know who I am, you're going to think
I know this
I would say box overs. Guys, that's not my favorite. Your girl can rip sit-ups like no tomorrow. So that's my favorite.
What about least favorite?
The bike.
Yeah. Fair.
I'm 120 pounds. That bike is not fun for me.
Yeah. Favorite would either be the box or the D-balls. I really like the D-balls. Least favorite, the bike. Same excuse as Amber, but to a different vein. I'm lighter. I'm a lighter athlete, so I can't get the RPMs and the wattage up as high as guys like Bubbles or Zach that are just naturally bigger and stronger. So it's tougher for me because it takes more out of me and also takes me longer. So the bike.
And what else do you have planned for the rest of the year?
Oh my God, a lot.
What don't we have planned?
Everything, you name it, we're probably going to be there.
Yeah. That's what I love about that. I love asking this question with hybrid because OCR, it's there's not as much anymore, but with hybrid, people's light up and they're there's so much that we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got High Rocks up soon. We got more Deka. We got Spartan. Yeah, that's kind of.
I have pretty much all the Deka fits except for the ones in California. So I'll be at Fort Wayne, Philadelphia, and Orlando, and North Carolina. And then High Rocks New York in June, High Rocks Toronto in October, and then a few Spartans thrown in the mix. But for me, those are more for the enjoyment of OCR. I'm not really super competitive in OCR, so those are just more for fun. But a packed out calendar for sure.
Yeah. And plug Pure Impact.
Oh, Pure Impact?
Yeah.
What
that's
about
your gym.
us?
That's your gym in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, just making sure.
Yeah, no. My gym is Pure Impact Athletics. We're in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. We actually just hosted an event 2 weeks ago. We put a couple hundred athletes through 3 lines of equipment, Deka Mile, Deka Strong. So we're extremely active in the Deka community, most dominantly. Paving way in Deka Canada, that's for sure. Yeah.
Pretty sure I heard Dave talk about that event too. So where can people find out more about you and the gym on social media?
I'm primarily on Instagram, Amber Tate, and the gym is very active on Instagram as well, Pure Impact Athletics.
And then plug Underdog Fitness. What do you love so much about this gym here?
So I don't live here. I live on Long Island, so this is not my everyday gym. but I got introduced into this community through Deka. I came up here and did a Deka Mile. It was my first ever Deka event, and from there I was hooked. Made a bunch of great friendships and got close with Kevin, and then joined the team and have been roped into this craziness ever since. Yeah. So this community and like this gym especially like leads the charge in the hybrid scene, and like we wear bright colors, so it's easy to find us, but at the same time like the people that are within the gym and the community are like so passionate and such genuine people. So if you need any like OCR or Deka or hybrid training, you can find them at Underdog_Fitness US on Instagram, or Bubbles the Clown on Instagram. Me personally, I'm also more active on Instagram. It's Alexander Golick with 2 Ks.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jessica Gregory. I'm from Cheshire, Connecticut.
Perfect. And what brought you to Deka today?
Well, other than hosting, hosting, I guess, really, and just like the community and the race itself. It's such a different kind of a race than anything else that it's just fun to come out and throw down.
Absolutely. What is your athletic background?
Well, I played softball through high school, travel, town, everything like that. And then in college, I was just like working out at the gym and looking for something, and an ad actually popped up on Facebook for Spartan Race.
Okay.
And so after I graduated college, I did one with my cousin, got hooked. That was back in 2014. 2017, I did my first trifecta. And then from there, it just kind of escalated to, all the Spartans, all the Dekas, and here we are today.
So I was going to ask you which came first, Kevin or Spartan Race, but I'm assuming Spartan Race.
Yeah, Spartan Race came first. I actually met Kevin through Spartan Racing, although I did see him for 3 years prior to me knowing who he was because of like his big clown mask, and I don't like clowns, so I would run away. And then one of our mutual friends introduced us, and then the rest is history.
Oh my gosh, I love clowns. Sorry. Can you tell us a little bit about Underdog Fitness and what makes you guys so unique?
Totally. So we started Underdog Fitness actually during COVID. And when we were looking at like how we wanted to like model our gym, we were thinking like about the two of us and how we were in sports. And we were both always pegged as the underdog. So it just kind of fit. And we were like, yeah, like we are the underdogs. We want to be that gym that tells a story. Like we root for everyone. We cheer on everyone. We don't care what your background is, what your fitness background is, where you are in your life. We're here to support you. And then it just kind of like was built from that, and like us being like, we don't care if you're a top athlete or someone who's just starting. We want to just be able to support everyone and like be the true underdog story. And then we created the Podium Chasers because so many people saw Kevin doing well, and they were like, hey, I want to train with you. And we're like, well, we're looking for like very specific athletes. Like we want the people who are going to be like working hard, have a sense of community, come here, be able to like cheer others on. And we've really built like such a family with it. And that's really what we look for.
So many people.
Yeah, so our logo is mine and Kevin's first dog. Her name is Finley. She's a Boston Terrier, and she's a feisty little personality. Okay. And so when we were making our logo, we were thinking, underdog. Oh, let's play on that. So then we were looking at just like other dog faces, and we were like, well, why are we going to do that when we have a dog?
Right.
So our friend made our logo using our dog's face.
I love that, but I've also heard...
Yes, we have an Australian Shepherd, my little boy. His name is Moose. He was just a puppy when we started, so we didn't want to like use him as our logo, but he'll be around.
I was going to say, do you think Moose is a little jealous?
Totally. Yeah, he's very jealous, but it's okay. He knows he's loved.
That's fair. And then did you compete today?
I haven't yet today. Kevin and I are doing teams today, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah.
How's the dynamic? Another.
Well, at first when I raced with Kevin, I was super intimidated, even though like we are married, but I was just really intimidated because of like who he is. But then after we like got started, the whole like nerves and everything just kind of went out the window, because you're each, even though like you're running a race together, like it's such a different dynamic than anything else, because you're just there to support each other. And he wasn't there to win. He was like, hey, let's just have fun. And that totally just changed my mindset. And so now it's like, okay, yeah, let's race and just see what happens.
Right. We've been together for 10 years. So many people are like, why aren't you doing a teams? I'm like, we don't work out together. Like when we do work out, it doesn't
Yeah, you totally should. Even if just like for fun, just go out, do it for fun, and then see how you stand. And who knows, you guys could be the next like world champs in it.
We could be the
Exactly.
perfect. Where can people find you guys? Yeah.
So other than, I mean, mostly Instagram, our Underdog page, it's Underdog_Fitness US. And then me personally, it's Jessica Lynn _107.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My name is Zachary Tate, and I'm from Brantford, Ontario, Canada.
How did your race go today?
It went well. I believe right now we're sitting first for the men's teams and second for co-ed as of right now.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
What are your favorite and least favorite stations out in Deka?
Least favorite stations? I don't know. I like them all, but I'm probably going to say lunges are probably my least favorite.
Fair, yeah.
Being a tall dude is not fun.
I'm with you. And then what about favorite? Like, what station you look forward to?
I always like hitting the row or the bike.
I like the rower too. It's a fun one. It doesn't I feel like it doesn't really hit you until later too, which I appreciate. What do you love so much about hybrid fitness in general, like these kind of races?
It's a good community. Yeah. Just love competing. Awesome partners, awesome people.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Speaking of awesome people, you came all the way down here from Canada. What do you love so much about Underdog Fitness here?
They have the similar community to what we do in our gym, so it makes it very enjoyable when you come down here. So we're just one big family. Yeah. Like a lot of them are wearing their our Underdog, like our pure Underdog shirts that we've got made up for both our gyms because we're a very one team but two different gyms.
And talk about Pure Impact. How long have you guys been around and everything?
So my wife opened the gym up just before COVID.
Okay.
So we're fairly new, and we're just getting into the whole hybrid racing and getting things going.
Yeah. How's it going so far?
Pretty well. Our membership just keeps growing month by month, which is nice. And then my wife does a lot of online, personal, one-on-one, and coaching, training with people online, which makes it nice as well.
Yeah. What else do you have planned for events for the rest of the year now?
Oh, geez. I got a High Rocks race coming up in June. And then I also got, oh my gosh, I couldn't even tell you how many Deka events I got going on. There's at least 2 to 3 every month. So we're constantly traveling to the States and in Canada and enjoying it.
Nice. And where can people find out more about Pure Impact and yourself on social media?
So my social media is Zach Tate 11. That's my Instagram, and then on Pure Impact on Instagram as well.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Can I ask, is there a strategy for you not competing with your wife, but against your wife?
It's a good rivalry. We compete a lot together. Our first year doing it, and then Kevin stole her. So then I was like, I'm going to find new partners. So no, it's just a big fun time. Everyone enjoys it. It's fun competing with her, but I don't even know if we're going to compete this year together or not. So we'll find out. Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.
Hi, Bubbles the Clown, Kevin Gregory from Cheshire, Connecticut.
And what is your role in everything today?
Every role, actually. Competitor, host, judge, co-owner, Jess's man, everything. Coach, forgot that. That's huge.
Yeah, that's big. How do you feel that the event went today?
I think it went pretty smooth. I think we had a great outpour of volunteers. A lot of our athletes are very eager to help out and volunteer, so that makes things smooth. So that way, Jess and I can do all the unexpected fire putting out. Yeah. But overall, it was great.
Were there a lot of fires that had to be put out today? Or?
There's always something. As much as you plan, there's always something. But you just try to put them out quickly. And having everybody else handle the operations of the race makes things easier because then you're not trying to make sure restart somebody or judge or whatnot. So
yeah. And then just the time and effort that you put into making sure that this was built to for people to get their PRs. As someone that competes in this, you know what makes a good course, right?
Yeah, I was out here on Thursday measuring out all the width of the stations. That way it was uniform. And that way each athlete had room because you can make it tighter for the mile, but if people are elbowing each other or worried about getting kicked, that's going to slow them down and their anxiety is higher, so that decreases time. The strong, you want it tighter. In the mile, you just want it fair. So sometimes it's stacked deep. If you notice, Mikey raced today, Caitlin raced today. They're next to each other, right next to the in and out. So whether you get to the first station or the last station, you're not at a disadvantage. Right. You're not trying to climb over somebody.
And then in addition to the course setup, that was a huge help. Your videos online, which I don't know, I don't think they got as much love as they deserve. That was super, super helpful. I was taking notes. Caitlin read my notes, and that's what she had for planning to go into this. But you're just living and breathing, hybrid racing. What does it mean for you to have this sport come to fruition and continue to do pretty well?
It means a lot. As a child, I wanted to be a professional athlete, and you think mainstream sports, football, baseball, hockey. I play college lacrosse, there's pro, but it's not something you can make a living off of, really. And then this has been something, I'm not making millions of dollars, but I'm making a living, and I'm helping a lot of people, and that's a huge thing for Jess and I both, is like our purpose in life, I guess. Cheesy as it may seem, is helping other people. So giving them some guidance to get through stuff. Like you, me, Caitlin, we've all run these crazy races that everyone thinks we're going to die. And at one point we thought we were going to die, but we've done them over and over. And like, oh yeah, we can sign up for an ultra tomorrow. Yeah. We might not win, but we're not going to die. So this low barrier to entry with Deka allows us to get new people through the starting line. And then when they finish, they're proud of themselves. And we help decrease the barrier by showing them, look, you can do this. This is stuff you can practice at home for the most part, lunges and burpees and stuff.
Another thing that lowers the barrier to entry is that you can do a Deka pretty much anywhere. There's affiliates all over the place, which is great. And yet you have people like our coach who drove by where we live. You have people our judge drive down from where we live. People come down from Canada and stuff like that. What does it mean for you to see all these people coming, not just from the local community, but from all over?
Well, I think when you race Spartans every weekend in OCRWC and Tough Mudders, you get used to seeing certain people because they're diehards like you, and they show up every week, and those are your friends, even though they're not local. They become the people you see more often than your other friends. Yep. But because there's so many options to race Deka, you could test yourself any time. It's not like, oh, I screwed up Killington. I got to wait a whole year before I do it again. And the people, you can call a buddy and be like, hey, you want to go to this race? It's 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks away. It's an hour away. It's not $130, and you got low barrier to entry on the cost side, the travel side, because there are a lot of affiliates, and then you just keep testing yourself, and it's basic stuff. You don't need to learn how to do handstand walks and stuff.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And then how are things going with the podium chasers and stuff this year?
Great. Our team is rocking. We got AJ Golick does our social media, and he's so freaking organized. At Worlds, I was like, this is going to take me 2 weeks to figure out how many podiums we had. And he's like, what do you mean? It's right here. I'm like, what? Oh, my mind blew up. So this year we got a bigger team. We took some new athletes on this year and competing not just in hybrid, but we got a couple of people competing in Ninja. We got people competing obviously in hybrid, but also Spartan. And we've had a lot of other just friends of the team that are not podium chasers, but they've trained with us in the past, or they're just here all the time and they rep us. They're doing really well too. So that just, it's awesome because you make friends with somebody who you didn't know before, and then you just become a fan of them. You're rooting for them. Every time you see them compete, you want them to do better and win and whatnot. So it's very fulfilling.
Love it. And where can people find out more about you and Underdog Fitness online?
On Instagram, Underdog_Fitness US, and Bubbles the Clown, BUBBLES, the Clown with an E at the end. A Chihuahua and a giant black dog lab, maybe. They're wrestling, playing fun.
What are those Great Dane?
Oh, they didn't mention Great Dane. No wonder he's a giant.
He's a little larger than the Chihuahua.
He's 9'8".
But the Chihuahua started the shit.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having us. And Caitlin wants to come back in June, so we might be back in June.
Can't wait. Love you guys. Thanks so much for having us.
Welcome back. Thank you to everyone who took the time to talk to us both on and off the mic. Really enjoyed it and felt like part of the Underdog family there. And we were the epitome of underdogs there, huh?
We were the unders.
Yes. For our related episodes, I really had to push for this one because I don't plug it often enough, but episode 74, way back, Tough Mudder Boot Camp Burlington with Catherine Botel, E-Rock, and Will Dean.
Oh, I almost threw up that episode.
Yes, you did. That's the last time I think we covered a gym. So we're counting that. And then the rest obviously related to Kevin Gregory. He's been on more episodes than this, but I wanted to plug 235, which was Bubbles the Clown, a.k.a. Kevin Gregory, on Underdog Fitness, Deka Strong, and more. And then episode 362, Deka World Championships with Kevin Gregory. So links down below. Would you kindly check those out?
Which is funny because I almost threw up this episode too.
Yeah.
Subscribe and follow wherever you get your podcasts. We are on the Purple Podcast Player as well as all the other podcast players. Leave us a review. We love reviews. We haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Great way to show people that, you listen to the show. More than anything, though, if you could just share the episode with a friend, that is the biggest thing by far that helps our show. Because, with events happening less often and people less interested in OCR, we're just focusing on some more adventures, too. And hybrid racing is definitely a different kind of adventure for us.
You can follow us on social media at Obstacle Running Adventures on Instagram and Threads.
Yeah, you can support us over on Patreon for as little as $2, as many as $10. Get all sorts of fun behind-the-scenes perks that way.
Coming up next,
I plan to... we haven't registered for it yet, but things are looking to be... It seems like we're going to go to Obstacle Wonderland to do their Boogie 6-hour, which I'm very excited for. I've been wanting to check out their facility for a while now, and I need more mileage. I need more race miles, and I figured 6 hours, that's the way to go. And it sounds like obstacle completion is mandatory if you're going for podiums. I'm not going for podiums. I'm just going for a good time. So looking forward to listening to some fun 70s music, and that's the plan to cover that event as of now.
My joke is, I have a couple. What did the moon bring to the beach on solar eclipse day?
What?
Sunblock.
Nice.
What did the sun bring to the solar eclipse party?
What?
A light snack. How does the man on the moon cut his hair?
How?
Eclipse it.
I like that one.
And how did the ocean say hello to the sun after the solar eclipse?
How?
He waved.
Awesome. Do you have a quote or anything?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, hope you guys maintained your vision and wore glasses when looking up at the sun. My name is Michael Stefano.
And my name is Caitlin Ritter, not Jason Dupree.
Yes. Well, friend Girando played you. And we'll talk to you next weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe to our show and write us a review on your favorite podcast app.
You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook and connect with us there.
Most importantly, we would appreciate it if you shared an episode with a friend so we can reach more ears.
Then continue to effectively shine a light on the people in our sport, as well as the events that we are so passionate about.
Our intro song is Streaker by Straight Up, and our outro music is Iron Call by The Best.
Mic test in Connecticut. First, when's the last time we covered an event in Connecticut? What else does Connecticut have here? Yes.
In my system, not just 5,000 minutes.
All right, name and where you're from.
I said that because I introduced myself as Jason Dupree.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird that you did that too. That's okay. It's funny.
Why is that weird?
Can you see the sty in my eye?
Which eye?
The one that's not closed?
No, I don't know what a sty looks like.
It's an eye pimple.
Ew! How did you get an... Oh, I do see an eye pimple.
Fuck.
Right here?
Maybe. It hurts. I don't like it.
Teabag your eye.
Teabag.